Okay. Welcome to the stream. It's been an arduous journey to get to this point. I've been spending the last hour trying to get a controller to work. I could have used my Xbox controller, but I'm playing Zelda 2, and I felt like it wasn't appropriate to play it with an Xbox controller. I have the Bluetooth NES controllers from the Switch. Steam recognized them, but long story short, could not get it to work with this, so I almost gave up, and then at the very last minute remembered I have a Super Nintendo controller as well, and that works when plugged in with a USB cable. So, got there in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna be checking out a enhanced version of Zelda 2. This was made by a dude called Hoverbat, and I've seen a bit of it already. But the gist of it is, took the original game's code and moved it into something like Game Engine. A modern game engine. I think it's Game Maker. So, it's modernized it quite a bit. Biggest features, I guess it's 16:9 ratio. And it's got a bunch of quality of life stuff as well as extra gameplay mechanics that bring it in line more with the other Zelda games. So, it rounds off the product quite a bit. Alright, let me launch it. And fingers crossed, like the last hour or so haven't gone to waste. While I got you here, yeah, if you want to see more of this content and you're happy with this sort of retro stuff, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to do more of these streams. Hey, it's on screen. Alright, excellent. It works. Ugh. I do love this big reveal. So we'll leave it here. But yeah, native 16:9. We're not talking about stretching the image or anything. It's added extra image, so this game is an interesting one for me. I played it as a kid at a friend's house, or a family friend's house, and I never really got into it, but I played it again as a teenager, and I don't know, there's something about this one that I personally enjoy. I'm one of those Zelda 2 lovers, which there aren't a bunch of us, but yeah. I think this game, it's cool that they tried a different direction, but I think ultimately it came down to maybe time constraints or just that the ideas weren't fleshed out enough. I firmly believe that if this game would have been developed for the Super Nintendo instead, probably would have played a bit better. So, I mean, it has a bit of jank and rust, but I still enjoy it and play it quite a bit. I find myself replaying it like every couple of years. Alright. It works. Thank you. It's not an NES controller, but I'll allow it. It works. It's alive! Okay. So yeah, 16:9, look at this. Gorgeous. Oh, right. Yeah, this... Okay, the buttons are a bit different, but that's fine. X is attack, but I can work with it. You know what? It's a Super Nintendo controller. Let's just pretend that this is on, like, I don't know, Zelda All-Stars. It's fine. Wait, what's this? Oh, there's... Whoa! I don't have high jump yet. But see, it's stuff like this. Like, already you can see this is very different. This is pretty blind. I have seen a bit of this already, like 6 months ago when Vinny from Vinesource played it. Got to play this very early. Okay. Oh, it's the lake. But I didn't really watch too much of it. I saw the gist of it and was very surprised. Just the extent that it goes to. Alright. Let's go out. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Okay, so it doesn't have some of the stuff that is in the Famicom disk system. That would have been cool to see. It's like the animated tiles. Oh no, wait, they are there. They are animated. Never mind. Disregard. I guess I just didn't watch long enough. That's neat. Okay. So, I mean, this feels familiar. Oh, this looks way better. Hello, young fellow. Okay. Wait. I'll write down your adventure. Come in. Your adventure has been saved. It recorded, but that's cool. It's like, save. Return the crystal to the palace in proper. I'm exploring everything because there's new stuff in it. Ganon's minion roamed the lands. Going out there all alone is dangerous. I guess these had to remain in the original aspect ratio. Sorry, I know nothing. Yeah, I mean, this is still the same. It's so weird seeing this in a widescreen presentation. Talk with my father before you leave town. I will. Each town has a wise man. Learn from him. I mean, I wonder if this is going to become the definitive way of playing this game. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. Okay. Yeah, look at that. See, there we go. There's already a bit of difference. Oh, what? Yo. Yeah, the map. Right, so that brings up magic, and then we got map, spell list, map. And then that's items list. So, you know, quality of life. I gotta get accustomed to this stuff. Whoa. Get candle in Parappa Palace, go west. I guess come back here later. Hello. My name is Anju. Okay, but... See, I don't just want to, like, rush through stuff, because I know I'm gonna miss stuff that has been added. So I'm trying to treat this as, like, a clean slate. Okay. I mean, it's a Super Nintendo controller. It still feels weird, but I'll get used to it. I'm pretty happy with this. This is great. Okay, oh. This has changed. I can't cheese it. I just saw it. It's not cheesable anymore. You used to just be able to go there. Okay. Noted. I completely forgot about that. What? This is different. I'm gonna be saying that a lot. What is... Alright, I'm gonna have to explore these. Ugh. Oh, okay, it's nothing. Gimme, 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 gimme! Hey! Hey! Why are there still fireballs? Alright, look, it doesn't matter. I can't just assume that there's nothing on them, that's... There's gotta be at least one secret here that's new. Oh no, this is totally different now. What? Oh my god. Ah! Crap. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I do appreciate that. Just getting rid of that, like, seizure-inducing flashing red death thing. Great change. What could possibly be here that it's that hard already? Oh, it's just this. But... I guess there's... Wait, it's a heart piece? I gotta go back now. Oh no. The Grim Reaper is near. Oh. Oh no, what did I... what did I do? That was so dumb. Let's be real, I'm going to game over multiple times here. I have to check every corner. Hey! Wait, what? Is this intentional? I guess? I mean, I appreciate the variety. Aside from... Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I was gonna say, aside from the new widescreen presentation, I wonder if this stuff was doable on the original. Like, let's say they had an extra year of development or two. Potion? It looks like it's a potion piece, so okay. I mean, I knew about the heart pieces, did not know about potion pieces. I will have to be more thorough with the map, then. Is it this game? I love it, but man, is it such a dick. Okay, there's nothing in this corner. Alright. Leave me alone! Oh, okay. This is definitely more of a challenge. Dude. ROM hack difficulty. I should be protecting myself. Just let me get to the palace, please. I do appreciate... Oh. Okay. The extra detail. Oh, it even shows what spell is, like, active for selection. You see, that makes sense now. Okay. We're okay. Wait, what? Oh, jeez. I'm genuinely afraid. Okay, magic will go up. I leveled up at least. Oh, blah. Come on. This is not going to be a perfect run, clearly. See, I think they gave up on this formula too quickly. I think this could have worked had they taken it to the Super Nintendo era. I mean, it definitely would have... I mean, started a different chain of events for the series, right? Like, A Link to the Past would have never happened, but... I think this format had potential. It could have become, like, Nintendo's Castlevania, I guess. Let's not go here, we don't have a torch yet. I mean, that's neat, I guess, bringing more significance to the... Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to pick a direction, huh? This theme got ruined for me, because, every year Vinny on Vinesource plays this game for Thanksgiving, which I will watch again this year, but, like... Him and his chat came up with lyrics to the song one year, and I don't know the lyrics, but I know that, just the main part, San Diego, is mentioned. And now when I hear the castle theme, I just can't help but think of that. In San Diego. Anyway, I won't say it again. It's not my bit. But thanks, Vinny, you ruined me. Okay, that's nice. At least it's telegraphed. It's not completely unfair. Okay, apply protect. I should be applying protect. Oh no, a key is required! I'm trying to assume nothing here. Alright. I do appreciate the ROM hack difficulty. I mean, maybe that might be a reason why this might not be so definitive. Is just the added layer of difficulty would make this a bit less approachable. But then, you know, you could argue that it's the hardest game in the series, right? Which it already kind of is. I refuse to use the analogy, as I think it is overused, and I'm not gonna say it, but, you know, that term. It's messing with me because I'm looking at this and I'm like, was this here? I haven't played this game in a year and a bit. It's definitely been a while, so... I'm not sure if this is going to be one sitting. It probably won't be, but I will definitely, you know, play it to completion. I should really do more retro streams. I have all this stuff that I can do, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So if you do enjoy the retro content, I mean, be sure to let me know. As much as it, like, pains me to say that stuff, because it feels cheesy, the comments really do let me know if people are enjoying the content or want to see more in that variety. It lets it act as a North Star, as you will. To kind of be like, alright, maybe I should consider playing this. I'm also doing something that I don't usually do, which is 100% relying on the YouTube recording. So let's hope that it doesn't go wrong. It should be okay. I've just had nothing but technical issues. Okay. Oh, you have to manually light it. I mean, I like that detail. It's giving the torch, I guess, a bit more significance. I was half expecting a secret, not gonna lie. Ugh, see, this is what I'm used to. Yeah, so this has to be new. Aha! I was like, I don't remember this going up any higher, so this is 100% new. Wait, what is that? Oh no. What? Okay. Oh, dude, why? Yeah, okay, I need to get into- Yes! Ha! Oh my god. Okay, iframes, save the day. Protect. Oh, dude. Yep. Yep. Good job. No! I gotta go all the way back. It leads to the heart piece. But it's little things like the sand on the roof of the building, and there's like a little bit of depth as well on the ground. Makes you wonder if, like, you could do this with any NES game that was, not gonna say questionable, but you know, just popular enough that it had a cult following, but sort of universally loathed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know many people that genuinely love this game. People have memories of it, sure, but like... It's always, oh, that game was hard, never finished it. I guess it's just hit every eye once. I'm just glad for once that I get to play one of these fan-made creations before, let's just say it disappears. But I mean, if this does go the way of, like, you know, vanishing from the internet, it's, I guess, good that Nintendo actually acknowledges this game, because it doesn't really happen. Hang on. There we go. It's like a precision stab. I don't think Protect is gonna do much here. Like, I think if I mess it up, it's gonna knock me in to the abyss. Jeez, dude. I appreciate the platforming challenge, though. Okay. Nailed it. This, game has its own title. But I think it's easy to understand it as just, like, the PC-enhanced version. That's why I titled it that, but officially it's something like Link is Adventuresome. Something along those lines. But I'm curious. Oh wow, yeah. Even a castle map. Quality of life. Crap. I'm just glad I was able to get this working. I was worried that I'd have to use an Xbox controller. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it just feels wrong, you know? I don't know. I don't think it's a problem with the game. I think it's just the Joy-Con controller. It just doesn't work, really. Steam picks it up, but this, for whatever reason, just... I think... it just picks it up as, like, a single Joy-Con. and tries to put the two together. There was a setting to turn that off, but it didn't work. I was messing around with it for a good hour, so... I really, really wanted to use the NES controller. Classic. When I don't use Protect, I get destroyed. When I use Protect, I get it right and just body him. Crap. It's okay. It's okay. Oh no, right. Oh, this feels so weird having the extra room. Dude. Ah! Hey Seth, how's it going, dude? Okay, I wasn't gonna get that first try. What is going on? There we go. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, it's such a precise stab. Crap. Okay, come on. You got this. Get back! Ugh. Ugh. Jeez. Alright. Not too shabby, good to hear, dude. Yeah, just... I was trying to get this working, like, just spent a while debugging this, trying to get my NES controller to work, but it didn't, so I had to improvise, but finally get to play this. Been looking forward to this for a while. People are playing Pokemon and God of War. Here I am playing Zelda 2 with excitement. I watched a little bit of Pokemon and it does look interesting, but I will say, dude, the graphics, I don't know, I just... The Pokemon Company is not a small indie team, and a small indie team has more attention to detail than the Pokemon Company. Hey! It's so rude. I mean, ignoring the frame rate dips, there's a lot of stuff, visually speaking, don't look great. I mean, the gameplay looks fine enough, but I don't know. Let there be light. Alright. Now I can find out what that new thing in town is. Oh wait, yeah, I'll save and then I'll... Can't believe I'm saying that. Like, I'll save. Your kids will enjoy it, but you agree. Yeah, it's fun. Just, I don't know, man. I don't like that they do that. Wait, oh. Oh, like Mega Man style. I mean, that's... ROM hack difficulty, but like... I get why. This batter's gonna mess me up. That's why I'm not doing it. Oh, okay. It's fine. You're looking forward to the Witcher 3 graphics update, as you had just installed it on the PS5, so you'll wait for it. Huh. That's, Is that coming out soon? I thought they had delayed that, or am I thinking of something else? It's been a while since I played The Witcher. It was in 2019, I think. It's funny, the VODs for it are only going up now. Like, way to be organized. But I guess to be fair, back then the VODs channel didn't really get much use, and now it does. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh my god. 14th of December, okay. So that's pretty soon. Do I need high jump for this? I might need high jump for this. That, yep. That's like classic Zelda 2 right there. I mean, this is definitely in the spirit of Zelda 2. Oh no. Oh my god, there was another block there. Hang on, I'm just gonna have a drink of water to drown the salt. I do like that they left the old message there, even though it's kind of superfluous and unnecessary. Yeah, The Witcher 3 is a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite a... I don't do many 100-hour games that often, but like from a story perspective, but that one was definitely worth it. I had a friend that was really into The Witcher, and I can see why. They're remaking the first one, which will be interesting. But I don't know, like... Still have the bad taste of Cyberpunk, you know? Not that Cyberpunk, I guess, is a bad game nowadays. It's just that whole thing. That game basically changed my perspective on AAA games and when to buy them. Like, these days, unless I really, really want the game, I'm gonna wait. Protect! I forgot protect. Oh, dude. Die! Ugh. Now it doesn't matter, don't care. I mean, it'll be impressive if I can get across this again. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm so surprised that didn't screw me over. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, I actually have to make it. It doesn't pull you back. Oh. This is another game over. Cyberpunk is much better now, but it was a hot mess when it came out. Yeah, dude. I unfortunately got the console version, and it soft-locked me and hard-locked me. Like, both. I couldn't continue it. It was just that frustrating that every time I played it, something went wrong. To the point where, like, I couldn't progress, or the game would crash. It was that bad. Oh, that's an easy one. I definitely have to explore the map a bit more. This is not part of the original game. What is this? Whoa, there's like a whole northern area? What? Okay, see, I thought this was just like enhancing the base game and adding a little bit of extra stuff, but this is... what is this? This is a whole other series of islands that... okay. Interesting. I did that on purpose. Yeah, I definitely can't treat this like I'm playing the normal one, because I will miss out on stuff. I have to explore and comb every part of the map, I think. Alright, let's save. Return the crystal to Palace and proper. I did that. Okay. Maybe one day I'll go back to Cyberpunk, but... I don't know. I don't think enough time has passed. Wait, so what? Yeah, so what is this? Yeah, I got the candle, so now what? What is this? To Ruto. Is this a fast travel system? This is a fast travel system between towns. What? Dude. The pain runs deep. It does though, like... I was so annoyed. But I mean, I got something out of it, right? Like... The glitches, as funny as they were, they did get me a compilation of stuff. Which reminds me, I still have the GTA Definitive Edition. Like, I got a physical copy of that. So then I can install it on the PS5, take the PS5 offline, like, don't let it connect to the internet, and then just play that game in its, like, unfiltered, hot mess state. I will have to do that at some point. The problem with that game is... it's just the music in it. The landscape of streaming, unfortunately, it's gonna get content claimed. And it's just gonna be a mess from a VOD perspective. Okay, so now I got a full piece. I think the reason that I was annoyed at it quite a bit was just because I had played The Witcher. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be like another Witcher, where I'll have this fantastic story game to kind of delve into. And it just, you know, went into chaos just immediately. I was so ready for another game like that. There we go. This is really cool because now it feels like just a modern indie game. Oh, Error's here now. Yeah, wow, I mean, that's kind of awesome. Wait a minute. What am I seeing here? Okay, that just looked weird, like... Okay, see, now there's a border, but then when I went back... Look at the right edge of that. It just looked wrong. It looked like the house was... extending too far out, but then... Bizarre. Wait, what is this? Okay, this is completely new. Wait, people are buried here? Huh, okay. You saved the trophy, come see my uncle. Yeah. I mean, I know this already. I'm pressing up every time. Wait. Huh? Okay, we got jump. The high jump is a little janky. Oh. Okay. That's a little disappointing, but understandable. Okay, so now I can go to that thing at the... Wait, what is this? Yeah, but this is what I was referring to. Wait, what? North Rudo Mountains. This is a completely new area. I don't have enough for jump. I gotta go back and heal. That's a mild oversight. I need to get my magic back. Yeah, okay. Oh! Okay, that's where the statue goes. That's nice. So it's a statue that was stolen, and now it's back in town. Okay, I was not expecting this to be that much different. I mean, I knew it had quality of life and like a little bit of touch-ups here and there, but there's completely new areas in this. This is one of these things where it's such a really good fan project, but there is no way Nintendo would ever officially endorse this. Which is kind of sad, because this is really good. And it would probably make the game just more appreciated by people. The old lady ratio to the other townspeople seems a bit off. I don't know. Talk to Miyamoto. There's a bunch of stuff in this that are not quite right. Maybe Miyamoto lived in a retirement village in his 20s. And was inspired, you know? Jeez, dude. Okay, this seems largely unfair. Got it. It's a stabby challenge as well, so there's even more to do here. Once I get downward stab, I have to go across that. You never played the earlier Zeldas. Your first was Ocarina and then went straight to Breath of the Wild. I mean, you're only pretty much missing out on A Link to the Past. Like, Zelda 1 is a really good game, but it's got a lot of problems. And I think these days the way to play it would be with a guide. I mean, back in the day what made it good was just because it was one of those games that was like word of mouth completion, so to speak. It was like a social game where you would talk to people about what they found and how far they got, and you would talk about secrets you'd found, and that's what drove that game. But in this day and age, it doesn't really fit anymore, and it just seems like it's missing, you know, like it wasn't well designed. But I mean, to understand the origins of the series, it's important still. Zelda 2, I mean, I love this game, but I can understand just why it's jarring, and it's just, there's no other game in the series like it. That being said, there are ideas in this game that did carry forward. Believe it or not. But, I mean, it's not the NES ones. You kind of have to play with a guide because they don't really have like, discoverability in mind. But A Link to the Past, the Super Nintendo one, is definitely worth playing. It is quite timeless and is often... It's debated as like whether or not that's the best Zelda game of all time. It's definitely the best 2D one. But it's like... The three that are thrown up there is, Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, and, Breath of the Wild are like the three that are contenders for the best Zelda game. So. Oh my god. I was never any good at combating these dudes. Like, I usually just brute force. Ah! I usually brute force past them. Dude. The next Zelda is next year. Yes. Tears of the Kingdom is next year in March. Or is it May? It might be May. It's next year. And I'm kind of willing to believe that that's gonna mark the launch of a new Switch model. I feel it. The console's gonna be 6 years old next year. Like, can you believe that? Ah, that's so annoying. I might have to go grind. I think I'm rushing this too much. I'm convinced that if the pandemic didn't happen, instead of the OLED model, we would have gotten something with better hardware. Dude, this is tough. Okay, but I got... Oh my god. I have to cast jump. Okay, I have enough for both. Never mind! That's 500 to level up. Oh wait, it doesn't clear experience. That's interesting. Dude. Has this been changed since the original? I don't know. I don't remember this being that difficult. You thought I was good at games? I thought you were good at grammar too. Yeah, got him. Try play Zelda 2 and then get back to me on how I should be doing. I'm okay at games. I will do difficult things and play difficult games, but that doesn't mean I'm great at them. Like, I'll definitely get there in the end. Okay, go, 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 go! Go! Unfortunately here I don't have enough for both, so I can only jump. Oh, come on. Okay, but I guess on the bright side now. Oh, see, that's masterful. I want the XP. I just need to get to the next town and then I have fast travel. There we go. I'll be okay. Just that part was just a little arduous. But now I shall be fine. Wait, okay, this is different. There's like a whole area to the left there. No, just... okay. I'm right, this isn't... Oh, this is giving... that power where you can break blocks. It's giving that more use. I mean, I like that they're adding a bunch of extra areas that take some of these items and give them more use, because a lot of the stuff you found in palaces was just, you used it there and then that was it. Didn't really get to use it again. With the exception of, like, jump, which is pretty universal, but... I do appreciate that it goes to the length of, giving new life to this. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere, be careful. I think that's the same. We are definitely saving. Thank you. I am much too busy to talk. Alright, so the NPC dialogues haven't been modified. I think this is the best thing. Oh, this... another one of these. There we go. Master is in woods, N of river. Such a bad clue. No, this is the best thing is what I'm saying. This fast travel system. Oh wait. No? I need to go to Meadow first, okay. Still. I guess I gotta go to the woods first. I just wanted to come here first just in case there was anything new, but seems pretty normal. So at times like this, I wish I had a Steam Deck. I'd love to play this in bed. Or on the go, you know? Wait, this is... okay, this is new. I need to stop saying that. Like, this is going to be the entirety of this video. Oh, well, that's new. I just wasn't expecting to say it as much. Like, I honestly thought quality of life, and then, oh yeah, maybe a little extra thing here or there, but there are whole new regions of the map. Okay, potion piece. I gotta get out of that habit. I feel like I have downward stab already, but I don't, so... Oh, okay. But that clue, ugh, it's so dumb. Just says north of the river, and then you have to just hopefully run into the tile. Yeah, I don't want to die. Good. Classic Zelda 2. Okay, but at least we're in the town, so I don't have to go through that pathway. It's fine. I think the random encounters was probably one of the most unfair things in this game. They just happened way too often, and I mean, the insta-kills and all that, just, ugh. Oh no, this game is from the era where the developers do not care about you. Or your feelings about, like, how hard the game is. The game is going to be tough, deal with it. Like... where was it? I don't remember where it is. It also looks like when I have a game over, I lose a percentage of my XP, not the whole lot, which... it's a nice little quality of life thing. I guess it makes it a bit easier, but... I guess it's balanced out with, like, there are some sections in this that have been made harder. Oh my... where is this? Where is the cabin? Unless they've changed it and it's somewhere else. Oh, come on, dude. I'm so dead. Just die. Enemy spam? What enemy spam? I'm gonna lose it. They've... no, fuck off. They've moved it. They've moved it. There's no way. Like, I would have run into it by now. What a fun clue. I think more tiles have been added. That's what it is. More incorrect tiles. Oh my god. That was an ordeal and a half. Okay. We got the note. Yes! Oh, yes! Ugh. I'm gonna have another game over. Okay. I need to get to the next palace. Jump over him! Go, 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 go! Just for that, really? Oh, good, it's a level up. Sweet. Ugh, alright, worth it. I'm probably gonna die still, but at the very least I leveled up. Oh, they're one-shots now. Awesome. Boomerang to the groin. Alright. Do I still have the map? I do. Alright, cool. Well, like speedrun strat. I guess I'm back here. This is also different. A powerful glove is in Midoro Palace. Hello, young fellow. Hello. What? What do you mean, hello? Oh, come on! I can't even talk to the NPCs? What do you mean? I don't remember that being in the game. I lost my mirror in the cemetery. You just notice he's called Lunk, yes. Huh? 60p to play. I don't have 60p. It's just a... It's a minigame. I always call, my character, like, never Link, but always, like, a variation. Last time it was Lank. Okay. Oh, the sprites for this have been updated. Wait, what? Okay, I guess it's palace time. I am super impressed by this. Just the attention to detail. I honestly wasn't expecting as much as this. This is quite something else. They're one-shots now. Okay, there's no reason not to one-shot them. I look forward to seeing what this palace is gonna bring. I love how instant that was. Like, I stepped foot on the grass, and just right away, enemy. Oh, it's just that, okay. I think the color palette's been altered as well, like, these colors don't seem... It's like, some of them are the original colors, but then others, I feel like it's been altered. I don't know, I might be imagining it. Okay, we're here. Oh! Oh, this has been updated. Dude, this is more thematically correct. I like this. This is... kind of sets the tone of what this palace is going to be about. Excellent. Needed that. See? It's games like this one where... This is why I get annoyed when people compare everything to Dark Souls in terms of difficulty. Games were difficult before Dark Souls, like, look at this. I don't know, I feel like, and this might be calling out people, but... people that say that unironically, I feel like they've never played Dark Souls themselves. Well, there's no point in protecting, like I was gonna say I'm gonna die in one hit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this time I will not... Okay. I'm definitely not gonna try and do this in one sitting, like, I'm not that crazy. I thought about it originally, but because of the technical difficulties, I think that's out the window now. Time-wise. And I thought it was gonna be more like a standard playthrough, you know? Where I know that I can do it in a couple of hours, but this is definitely not a couple of hours. These enemy types have been like the bane of my existence as a kid. Hammer Brothers and... oh my god. Ah, it's okay. You get to start in the palace. keep hitting the wrong button. Unfortunately, the Super Nintendo controller is configured a bit weird, but I'm not about to go and mess with it and waste another hour of my time. Like, I'll just deal with it. I can't wait to get the heal spell. Oh, dude. It's gonna help. I'm gonna try and make this a regular time slot as well for YouTube. I've been trying my hardest to try and make this more formal. But it's been a bit tough. Okay. Like, I want people to get into the habit to know that this will be a time that I'll be on here. What is... Look at this. Look at this. I know. Like, it's just... I can complain about it if I want. We'll go top floor. Unfortunately, the widescreen means I can't do the cheese. There'd be a way you could cheese these things where you could get them off screen and then you just follow them across the screen. I'm sure I can still do it, it's just harder to pull off now. Come on. Come on. Into the pit. There we go. Okay. I'm either gonna get this right or I'm gonna die immediately. Alright. See? Oh. Okay. I need another key. I don't have... Wait, yes I do. Yes I do! I have 2 keys. I hate this room. Okay. absolutely protect. I don't trust myself. Don't you dare. Please, no death. Oh, okay, should be fine. Okay. Power Glove acquired. I would have been so annoyed if that slime killed me. Oh, these blocks are they're gonna murder me. I was gonna say, it'd be kind of a miracle if I got out of that one. Okay. I suppose I could have waited, but... eh. You know what? I just realized... yes, this is fine. Because now we have this. What is here? Oh. Is this anything? Maybe with the fairy ability? Maybe with the fairy ability. I'll have to keep it in mind. Do it! Coward! Oh, ooh, that was foolish. Nice. I don't know why I do that. I guess for safety. So we've already gone there. Oh no. Damn it. Oh. That little... Is that little link a permanent upgrade now? Because in the original it would just provide an extra life, and then on the next game over it'd be gone. That's kind of nice if it does that, like a perma life upgrade. Dude. How am I supposed to get past that without taking a hit, honestly? It's just so unfair at times. Yeah. Ugh, okay. Much needed upgrade. Damn it, I missed. It's okay, it's fine. Oh no! This is a missing key. I can't go back the other way, can I? Okay, I can with jump. I guess that extra area got that key, I don't know. I do appreciate this quite a bit, the map. Wait. Ugh, didn't have enough magic. Has that always been there? This is messing with me because sometimes I don't remember. Game, please. Is it just easy for me to die? Okay. Ugh. Oh, thank you, it's not there. Oh no, this is 100% new. What is this? I mean, it's cool, it's on theme. Jeez. Okay, it's a potion piece. Ah! Okay. I wonder if there's anything else to this palace. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I am enjoying the extra areas, it's pretty neat. Oh. I didn't think it through. Alright. I do love the visual upgrade up here. It just makes sense. It's in the swamp. So, was there anything else to see down here? I don't know, I want to check. I can't assume that everything's normal. Yeah, okay. I know what that's a dead end. It's fine. Oh, I hate it so much. Just go. Go. Am I just rusty, or, like, what is going on? Oh. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so the life was a perma upgrade. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I feel like they're shooting much more. Wait, what? Hang on, am I going crazy? What have I done here? Ah, that's what I've done wrong. Okay, I've got my bearings back. I need to use Protect more, I think. Ah, haha, that thing ruined me. Dude. I don't know how I'm supposed to just coast past that. Oh my god, and I'm not gonna make this. Yeah. Straight up protection. Okay, so I did go up that path, which was cool. Okay, now we're back to where we should be. I have the key. It's just a matter of getting across here. I don't want to risk grinding for the level, I think. Got it. Ugh. Okay. Let's go. Good timing. Really? Oh, this is so extra. Why is this here? Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. Dude, what is this? Oh, piss off. Okay. I'm not even gonna get to fight the boss fairly. Okay, I have to... Cool. Sure was great that the game let me try and fight the boss in a fair manner. Yeah, no, I'm not hesitating. Excellent. I'm losing too much health constantly, so I need to use Protect. Come on. I don't want to eat a death. Just please, just jump in. Thank you. I had to do something while I waited. Okay, this is good. I've made it further on the 1 life. Oh, damn it. Almost. Oh, you... I don't get how you get past that without taking damage. Just go. Go, 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 go. Just go. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way. It's fine, I can go back. I messed it up. Okay, but I have more of a chance now. I forgot the important part. Just do not take extra damage. Come here. Okay. Alright. We get a fair attempt. Dude. What is this? How much health does he have? Okay. Oh no, this is definitely harder. Okay, enough. Okay, there we go. Okay, once you get the helmets off, it's fine. Dude, that was an ordeal. Hooray. Wait, there's a cave to the south here. Hold on. There's more. Oh, I know what this is already. Shortcut. Convenience. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. I do appreciate that. Oh, it doesn't destroy that? Okay, never mind. I guess that's further on. There's more, like there's a spot where there's like a link upgrade. I forget where it is. Maybe that was it and it got replaced with the XP. Ugh, damn it. That's possible. Okay. I don't think, yeah, no, this doesn't go anywhere yet. Right, this. 60p to play, target game. Okay. Oh, dude. Holy crap. This is really cool. I missed one. You have to get perfect. Okay, I mean, if I do well enough, I can at the very least get my money back. Alright, let's go. It has to be a perfect score of 30. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Dude. I mean... Oh. Oh no. I have to do really, really well. Okay. This is crazy. I can't believe this is in here. Oh my god, this is so unfair. Like... This is a case of random is random. Dude! Okay, I've lost it. That was definitely harder. It would be cool to know, like, the thresholds I need to make. Okay. Maybe there's a rapid stab. Okay. Got it. Hey, now we got a full one. Okay, it's not this house. I do like that this is automatic. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Oh, it's not this? Interesting. I wonder what that is then. Yeah, okay, this is... Dude. Get out. Oh. Okay, but like... Wait, how do I have... I had 0 health. Anyway, it's fine. The mirror in the cemetery, this is what it is. Yep, there it is. I guess this is a little extra thing. Which, I guess makes sense. It's kind of random the way you find it in the original. It's a bit dumb. But okay, that's done. I just wanted to get that resolved, I guess. Use this magic to restore your life. Yes, best spell. Okay. There we go. Okay, well, I think this is a good stopping point. I'm gonna have to play through this a bit slowly, because there's quite a lot of extra content in it that I was not expecting. So, we'll divide this into a few parts, as there is no way I'm doing this in one sitting. But thank you for watching. If you're here for the live stream, appreciate you popping in. If you wanna see more of this, yeah, be sure to tune in on Saturday Australian time. That's where I'm gonna try and make this a regular thing on YouTube. And if it gets popular enough, I mean, we'll do more streams on YouTube. But of course, I am also live on Twitch most other days, so hope to see you around then. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to, you know, hit the like button. I feel cheesy saying it, but it lets me know that people are enjoying the content, and it'll, yeah, motivate me to do more. Not that I don't want to do more of this. This is great, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with this. Alright, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. See ya, bye.